Hello again, everybody. It's Matt from Sequoia CrossFit, here to talk to you about all things fitness, about CrossFit, and specifically what it is we do here at Sequoia CrossFit, and answering some of your questions. So today's question is there any specific equipment or gear that I need in order to do CrossFit? The answer is both no and yes. There is no requirement for any specific equipment here. Just general workout clothes will be fine. We want you to be comfortable, so wear clothes that make you feel good. One of my old tricks from back in my triathlon coaching days was, buy clothing and buy equipment and buy a bike or whatever it is that you like, that you think is pretty or you feel good in, because then you're going to want to wear those things or use those things, and that's going to help you consistently work out and do the training that you need to do. So same goes here in Sequoia CrossFit. Make sure that you like the clothes that you're in, that you feel like you look good in them, that it's a color that flatters you. Whatever you think that is, wear that. We want you to be comfortable here. A lot of times people prefer to wear a t-shirt, like a crew neck shirt. Sometimes people prefer a tank top. Sometimes people rip off their shirt in the middle of the workout when it's hot out. That's totally fine. Whatever's going to make you feel good, do that. All of that being said, there are certain pieces of equipment that do make things a little bit easier in here. You want to make sure that if we are doing any sort of barbell work, that probably a crew neck t-shirt is going to be better, because sometimes we're holding that bar in what we call the front rack position, and the bar touches us right here in our front rack position, right on the front of the collarbone. And if you're wearing a low V-neck or a tank top shirt, a lot of the ladies prefer to wear tank tops, you'll get a little bit of a rash or a little bit of redness and abrasion there. So we want to try to avoid that. Sometimes when we're doing things up on those gymnastics rings, the upper arm can also get abraded. And so you want to make sure that if that's the kind of workout we have for the day, that you're wearing a t-shirt, something like that, that's going to protect you. I always wear a pretty tall sock, because when you climb the rope, it's good to have that protection from the abrasion of the rope as well. You'll learn that the hard way the first time. There are certain shoes that do work a little bit better. Nike, Reebok, Innovate, Noble. There's a lot of brands out there that make CrossFit or functional fitness shoes. The Nike model is called the Metcon. Reebok makes the Nano. Noble's entire line of shoes is going to be designed for functional fitness. What you're looking for is a flat, stable base to the sole of the shoe, so that it is low to the ground, but also has a lot of stability. We don't want a lot of squish like some cross trainers will give us. Sometimes shoes will have the instep reinforced with some rubber so that there is traction for the rope climbs. We want a wide toe box. It lets those toes spread wide when you press down onto the ground, gives you an even more stable base. And we can show you some of those things in here in the gym as well. Most of us wear some variation of one of those brands, but really ultimately it's what looks good on you, what you feel good in, and what fits you well. Feet are really unique, so it's more important to get something that fits you well and fits your arch really well than going off of one brand or another specifically. There are also specialty shoes for weightlifting that have a raised heel. We can talk to you about some of the biomechanical advantages that those give us. Other equipment you might want to consider would be things like wrist supports or knee supports, weight belts. Those are all tools and support devices that we might use eventually, but unless something's been prescribed by a doctor, and unless something has been recommended to you ahead of time, or you've tried it ahead of time, we don't recommend that you start out with those kinds of devices. We want to evaluate exactly where you are and what deficiencies you might have and what kind of support devices or things like that you might need, or perhaps simply we just need to adjust your technique a little bit and improve some of your mobility in certain joints. Finally, the one thing that I do recommend that everybody gets, not necessarily on the first day, but after a little bit, your first big CrossFit purchase, I'd say would be your own jump rope. Right? Not all jump ropes are made equally, so we can make some recommendations as far as like the design features that you're looking for. You're talking about maybe a $15 investment. Amazon can have it to you the next day, but a good jump rope, or what we call a speed rope, adjusted to the correct length for your body and your technique, is really going to help you get those single unders and those double unders working really, really well. But like I said at the beginning of this, don't worry about all of that on day one. Just come in clothes that you feel comfortable in, that make you feel good, that you're ready to sweat in, and bring that willingness to work hard. We've got all the rest here that you need. In order to get started, all you've got to do is go to sequoiacrossfit.com, click on the link for a no sweat intro, and schedule a time in between classes like right now, where we can sit down and talk one-on-one about your individual fitness needs. We can help you find the right program at the right price to help you get in the best shape of your life. So go to sequoiacrossfit.com, click on that no sweat intro link, and we'll see you in here real soon.